Well, for a decade, our next guest suffered from severe headaches. He tried different treatments, a ton of them, and well, he just never experienced lasting relief. Well, thanks to Dr. Jamie Kaiser, now James Murphy is headache-free. Woohoo! They are both here today, James Murphy and Dr. Jamie Kaiser, and we're going to first start off with you, James. We're going to get to your story, which is cool, inspiring, and I hope it gives a lot of you out there hope that you don't have to live with that chronic pain anymore. Our NUCA expert, how you doing, Jamie?
Fantastic to be here.
Good to have you here. I know that we talk a lot about what NUCA is. It really helped transform James' life, and a lot of people haven't even heard of it. How do you explain it in its basic terms?
The simplest way to explain NUCA, your brain controls everything. Okay, so if we move our fingers, move our toes, if we ate breakfast this morning and things are being digested, those signals are all coming from our brain down through this very top bone, down and out. And so if that top bone isn't in the correct position, it can create problems throughout the body, not just in the head and neck. As James will talk about, it can lead to problems down the arms, things in the middle back, just the whole body can be affected.
A lot of people are maybe skeptical
Absolutely.
of chiropractics because of the popping, the movement. You don't do any of that.
It's just a very different approach. That's how I say it to be PC. With NUCA, the adjustment itself is extremely underwhelming. Most patients are wondering, did you actually even do anything? As we can see with the video here, people are actually laying on their side, and the adjustment itself, my hand rests right up there at the very, very top, right below the base of the ear. And the most force you feel, if you ever had your pulse taken, we're talking about slightly more pressure than that, that's it. So even when we have a patient that comes in for, say, lower back pain or sciatica, this is the actual kind of work we do. And the amazing thing with NUCA, I've been doing this for over 5 years, seen about 3,500 people. I can tell you 90% of patients notice positive changes within the first 30 days. So we're not talking about months and months and months of having to wait to say, am I going to start feeling better yet?
And James, I know that this was just music to your ears after trying acupuncture and just a lot of different treatments where you'd get a little bit of relief here or there. Tell me about the decade-long symptoms. I mean, that's tough to live with.
Well, I've always been active in my life. Played racquetball, inline skate, scuba dive, you name it, I was doing it as far as sports was concerned. As a result, bouncing off the walls playing racquetball, I had a tendency to get minor injuries and pains, but apparently it was throwing my body out of alignment. And it really didn't manifest itself a lot because I was having rhomboid problems in the upper back on the
It was tough for
side.
you to continue to scuba dive and do the things that you just loved and enjoyed?
Correct, because in scuba diving you have to pull yourself out of the water and throw the gear on and things of that nature. So I was having problems with that, and I tried acupuncture, I practiced yoga, I went to chiropractors, but no one could ever, finish that situation or complete that situation of that injury. Well, when I injured myself playing racquetball, where I took a really bad fall and pinched the nerve in the left-hand side of my neck, and then had pain going down my arm and numbness in the arm. I saw the segment between Dr. Jamie and Mark, where he had a patient on there. So I said, maybe I should try that. So in fact, my wife and I both went to see him initially. And so I'm sitting in the room watching him work with her, and he's just, going through these movements, and he's breathing hard, and he breaks out in a sweat. And I'm going, my goodness, this guy is really working at this really hard. So then when it was my turn and I got down,
you made your wife go first, right? You just wanted to sit back. Oh, I understand.
I wanted to watch first in case something went wrong. I said, okay, I'm out of here. But anyway, she was, he went through that with her. And then when I got there, he started working with me, and he was barely touching me. Even though he was straining and perspiring and everything, he was barely touching me. And I'm thinking, okay, did he actually do anything now? About 2-3 days after that, I started feeling a lot better. And over the period of time, the rhomboid problem that I had has gone. I tried everything, and no one could take care of it. But with him, it just disappeared. And as I said, the numbness, as far as the nerve pinching and everything, all that's gone. My posture has improved a lot. And the man is a miracle worker, I'm telling you.
It's amazing. Jamie does a lot with folks, that you work with folks with back problems, vertigo, you name
MS, acid reflux.
It's just the body's connected.
We tell people, well, James has been talking about neck pain or headaches or arm pain. Well, I don't have that. I've got sciatica, or I've got a bad disc in my lower back. I simplify it down for people, and I say if you have a health concern that you're not happy with the treatment you're getting, or you've been told this is as good as it gets, well, then you owe it yourself to at least find out if this area is on straight. And again, it doesn't matter if you are 75 years old, if you're 95 years old, or 10 years old. People notice changes within the first 30 days.
What about for kids? Do you ever work with children?
I've worked with kids as young as 3 years old. I've got a set of 6-year-old triplets in the office. People are people, and the brain controls everything. And this area, when it gets knocked out of alignment, does not self-correct. So it's always far easier to take care of the problem early on. That way you're not chasing things down at age
65.
Yeah. Oh, and looking good, sir. Looking good. All right. You have a special for San Diego Living viewers,
Right.
because just like James, you saw us here on San Diego Living, and you want people to be able to come and to see you and just try it. If
Right.
it's not for you, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you're offering people a special.
Yeah, people are scared. They're skeptical. They've tried everything else in the world before they get to us. So we make an offer for the first 12 callers. They need to make the phone call today. We do a $49 special for potential new patients. When you call right now, though, you will get our call center, and because we're getting a lot of phone calls right now, and our call center will ask you for a credit card number to reserve the appointment time. Your card's not charged, but we do require a 72-hour notice. We take this business very, very seriously. I want to get to as many people as possible. There's no obligation, though. If you come into the office, we're going to go over everything we do, what you can expect on future visits. If that doesn't sound like something you want to take part of, there's no charge for the visit. So it is completely a no-risk opportunity to come in, find out what we do, and see if you can get some help.
Folks need to call today, though.
They have to call today. That's the only stipulation.
All right, and my last question is, as a former U.S. Marshals, James, a sheriff, and now a private investigator, Jamie, were you shaking in your boots if you couldn't help him?
This is one person you definitely want to make sure gets results. He's actually just a really big teddy bear.
Would your wife agree with that?
I don't think so.
Oh, your wife that you made go first.
Right.
Yeah. All right, James, thanks so much for coming in.
My
I'm
pleasure.
thrilled to hear that you're pain-free now, and I just hope that you folks out there watching can be inspired by this and get some help, too. Jamie, great
Thanks
to
so
see
much,
you, and
Renee.
have a wonderful Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right.
Same.
You bet. Thank you. I will. More information, please go to our website, san diego6.com, and click on San Diego Living. Hey.